When it comes to nouveau glitz and glamour, look no further than Mika, the singer-songwriter whose album Life in Cartoon Motion sold over 5 million copies worldwide and re-injected a little bit of old-school razzmatazz into the pop music scene. But behind the glittering facade stands Michael Pennybrook Pennyman, a young man who was forced to leave war-torn Lebanon as a toddler. Rumoured to have a vocal range of 5 octaves, Mika's talent was developed at the Royal College of Music in London before leaving to pursue his recording career. That career was blasted into commercial bliss with his single Grace Kelly going straight to #1 in the UK. Despite all the fuss, Mika is still uncomfortable with fame.
I never really wanted to be a pop star, I still don't. That's why I fear tabloid culture so much. I feel much more comfortable as some sort of psychotic ringleader.
His fun-loving, quirky music style is a clear reflection of his personality. In 2007, Mika's T-Mobile street gigs took lucky passers-by back to their childhood. However, not everyone was happy to take a trip down memory lane.
The neighbours have already been complaining during our sound check. I think all the fancy shops in the offices are getting upset because we're making too much noise. This is, after all, the land of Gucci and Stella McCartney, and we are running around in monkey costumes, making lots of noise with, throwing lollipops around. I was saying earlier, it's like the 10-year-old birthday party that I've never had.
While he's certainly a crowd pleaser, some quarters have criticised the young star for creating a sound just a little too much like Freddie Mercury of Queen fame. Mika may argue that's the whole point of his act. His breakthrough single Grace Kelly is a mocking satire of musicians who reinvent themselves in the name of fame. And he makes no bones about his love for the greats of yesteryear.
I kind of look to the singer-songwriter solo artists from the 60s and the 70s right through to, the early 80s. People who made these unique vision, artist-driven records that still sounded big and still sounded like they could have been made by any band. You can name-check Prince, Bowie, early Elton John, some of the Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones record, all that stuff, that kind of big-sounding pop music.
Exploring life as an outsider underpins the energy of his music. His song Billy Brown tells the story of a married man who has a homosexual affair. But when it comes to controversial topics in his own life, Mika tries to keep the focus firmly on his music. And that's all right with his growing fan base, with whom his music has clearly struck a chord.
He is the best thing that's come along in pop for years, and I absolutely love him.
When you say it's the best thing that's come along in pop...
I haven't bought an album from an artist for about 10 years, and this has made me excited about pop.